Hi, welcome back. With many of the kumu hula, you learn more than just the dance steps and the words to a song. Many go into the history of the chant, the making of the hula implements, and in the case of Kaulana Kasparovich and the Lehua Dance Company, the printing of their cloth for their costumes.
Ko'olau'au, the Lehua Dance Company's Hula Kahiko for this year's Merrie Monarch Hula Festival.
The hula pahu is a very dear favorite of mine, probably one of my most favorite in kahiko. I love the sound of the pahu drum. This is a traditional chant that was taught to me by my kumu hula. In the past few years, so much new things have been done in the Merrie Monarch or in different ho'ikes or concerts and things. A lot of new chants, a lot of new works have done. There's a lot of young kumus today that I look out and I see that don't know of these old chants. I call them the genealogy chants because when I say that, I don't mean because of a genealogy tree, but because these chants like a ko'olau'au, au a'ia, kaulilua kianuvai ale ale. They're your three basic hula pahu chants that when you're from a hula school, you look over there and you see a kumu dancing and you go, and you see the most, that's the hula brother, whether they studied with you or not, because they studied under the same genealogy line of the kumu. It came from one source.
The ladies of the Lehua Dance Company helped to create their costumes. The process began many weeks ago when they traveled to the Hawaii Nature Center to gather kukui nuts necessary to make the dyes for their costumes.
They do roll down, they fall down, and they bury themselves in the mud. In this kind of mud, it's very easy to get buried. So again, like I said, you keep one eye on the trail, one eye on the stump. Oh, don't point your dagger at me, dear. Don't kill the kumu. But here's the kukui nut as it comes out of the ground.
Through the misty rains, the group walked on, gathering many bags of nuts. Then the work began to extract the oil.
So you take this in.
The kukui nuts are placed in a single-layer dish and roasted at 325 degrees for about an hour and a half. And then the hard work really begins. As the nuts are cracked, every bit of the precious meat is removed. Then that meat is mixed in a blender until it forms the consistency of peanut butter.
There, now you can really see it happening.
That mixture is poured into a cheesecloth, and the oil is strained out. Meanwhile, the dancers burn their leis.
Yes, in the old days, if Hawaiians had lighter, they would have used lighter too. We were very eleo people.
The leis represent their mana, and the ash will be used in the dye.
It's going to start to smoke quite a bit. Okay, good.
The ash from the leis is then mixed with powder from the lipstick plant and the kukui nut oil to make the dye, which is then painted onto the cloth.
The red and the black are the colors of the Pele family. We choose to use a green skirt that we will be using this dye on. We'll be mixing the ashes, the lipstick pod, and the oil, and getting a nice consistency for color. And what happens is we'll be then painting it on their pa'u skirt, and the design we'll be using this year is the kuhivi, or the mountain design. The reason the mountain design is, again, it represents the ko'olas. There will be 5 mountains on each skirt. And to me, that's my representation of the ko'olau loa, ko'olau poko range, the combined range of the Oahu range of the ko'olau. I'm very excited to present something traditional. I think that's what it is. I just got excited one night, waiting for my inspiration, what to do, and it hit me. I said, no, I'm not going to create something new. I'm not going to write something new. I want to do what my teachers have taught me, to share with the people of today this dance, which is over thousands of years old. It comes from the epic story of Pele and Hi'iaka. also, my goodness, it's as old as time itself. And to be passed down in traditional form with pahu, I thought, what a great pleasure for me and my ladies to learn, to teach my ladies, and then to share this with the public, to share these beautiful motions, which have lasted thousands of years, through many generations of kumus. That was my inspiration to share this. And along with that, because it was an ancient dance and a hula pahu, I said, well, why not go the whole route and teach the girls the old traditional ways of doing everything, complete from their lays to their printing. And that's what got me excited. I'm still excited. And I'm still ready. I'm ready for the chant. The girls we finished most of our dance already. In fact, all of it's complete in the kahiko. It's just brush up time. And it excites me to watch it. It excites me as much as when I first learned it myself.
No, yakikfolio pele. Fully.
I hope you've enjoyed this brief look at some of the halau who will be performing this week at the Merrie Monarch Festival. We want to thank those halau who allowed us to share these special moments with all of you out there. Now, for those of you who are in Hilo or headed there for the festival, lucky you. If not, kick back, relax, and watch it live on KITV tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, beginning each night at 6 p.m. Whatever you do, don't miss the Merrie Monarch Hula Festival. Until next time. Aloha.